So, seeing as I've been playing Terraria since February this year, and a new update just came out today, well, today is as in the 15th of November 2016, I think now's as good a time as any to actually record the game. Like, there is actually a small Terraria video on this channel already, and it's me freaking getting... where is it? This fucking thing. This here. Fucking. Fuck the fishing, we'll get into that later. But yeah, where is she? Here's the character we're going to be using. I have a lot of Noxinas. And it's just called LP to differentiate it, and the world we are going to be using is right here. So, let's get started. Oh yeah, and I have the collector's edition, so I have a Kara, which gives me a little bunny. Little bunny. So, Terraria is a difficult game to pin down. Like, the most basic definition that people like to use is 2D Minecraft, which is blatantly wrong. I'm not even gonna lie, it's just blatantly wrong. This game and Minecraft have very little in common, other than the fact that the world is made of blocks. But we have our first enemy over here, and our little guide friend is actually succeeding in shooting it. Hey, don't kill him, Mr. Guide. I want to see him. He's a slime. And he just died. And dropped us gel. And this is our guide, Brandon. NPCs are in this game. And they all do different things. So this guy tells you crafting stuff. So, like, if I give him this wood, because if you see it says material, give him it. It's like, oh, look, here's all the things you can make with wood. So if I selected, say, this frozen campfire. Required objects none, so I don't need a workbench for it. A very useful system. I wish Minecraft had it. So yeah, right now we just want to get some wood for some basic tools and basic housing, because we don't get more NPCs until we get more houses. So let's get some of that. We have 262 wood, that should be a good amount, I'd say. Right, we spawned about here, didn't we? Let me actually make sure of that, because if you spawn in a block, you do destroy it. So I want to make sure that I don't build a floor and then find out I'm going to destroy it, which I would if I'd built what I was planning to. So we'll instead move slightly to the left. If we cut these sunflowers down, if you also see up here, happy, movement speed increase and monster spawn reduced, that's caused by these sunflowers. So it's always nice to have one around. If we cut this little hole out, we can now build a little house. Doesn't have to be anything special, just as long as it's a certain size, has a back wall, which we'll get into in a minute, a table, a chair, and a light source. So let's work on building this. Doors are 3 tall, because the character is 3 tall. And you don't need any special crafting grid. You just see here what you can craft, and then you just click it. There you go. So let's also make a chair, because a workbench counts as a table, which is very nice. Make 2 doors. Now, this right door, we can open it if we're facing left, but if we're facing right, we cannot open it because of the sunflower in the way. That's a bit of a quirk of this game that can be a bit frustrating sometimes. That should be enough back wall. And you probably saw me earlier when I was cutting down the trees, there was a white square on them. If we hit, I believe this is the default, but I have it set to right control, we get this little thing, and then I can just put it there, and it's essentially all places the walls for me, in the range that it can reach. Very useful. So it's not quite enough, because I need to actually walk over here, but there we are. So now if we make some torches, for some basic light, boop, boop, go into this menu, housing query, this housing is suitable, so we can now assign the guide here. And he lives there. So whenever night falls, he'll come in here and stay there. Very nice. So while we've still got some of the day left, let's go exploring. Because a good thing to do will be replace this sword, because copper short swords are pathetic. Oh, this is a living wood tree. These sometimes have roots that go down into the earth and can have loot, but this one does not. Shame. It might be nice to cut some of these down in the future, but we can worry about that later when we need more wood. So yeah, the little bunny here doesn't do anything, it's just a pet. just cosmetic things, and I can make him invisible if I want to. Which is just essentially getting rid of him. Oh, passing into a desert here. Let's get some cactus. Those cactus can actually be useful for early game equipment. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get very far considering this antlion charger. Yeah, because our weapons are very pathetic. So we can just try and run, but we're not going to get very far. We are probably going to die here. Yeah, you're probably going to hear me clicking a lot. I might see if I can filter out the clicking in post. If we press H, we can eat that mushroom we have, but it doesn't heal much, and first we added. And this character is a softcore character, so I only drop money on death. There are 3 types: softcore, medium core, you drop everything, and hardcore, you're dead for good. Oh, hello. Did not expect him to come back here. Hi. Guide, help me out. You missed. You fucking missed. No, he's not doing much actually. Yeah, he's doing like 1 damage as well. Run away! What a good start. But yeah, I also forgot to mention there's iron here, because occasionally you can get ore spawning on the surface. So we can pick that up for some early iron. Very useful. Though, with how little there is there, it's not going to be enough to do anything. Hello, buddy. Some copper there. I usually don't bother with copper too much because it's not actually that useful. Another living wood tree without anything in it. That's unlucky. Yeah, I don't know how long the Terraria episodes are going to be. We'll just see. Ooh, there is new water effects. Yeah, because I haven't played this update yet because it only just came out. I'm going to try to keep my eye on Steam and see when it updated. Yeah, these are like water ripples are new. Very nice. This is a large body of water, so we might not want to use. We might not want to swim in that because, well, we can't swim. We just sink. So what we want to do is craft some of these wooden platforms. Very nice. You can drop through them and jump back up through them. Oh yeah, slimes bounce on water, so that can be a bit frustrating. And if we use the auto cursor here, we can make little stairs. We can do that manually later on, but we need to craft some for it. So for now, we just have to rely on that. Vultures can be a bit irritating, but again, they're no antlions. And yes, it is snowing in a desert. There's a reason for that. But this isn't actually a desert. There's a snow biome just right over next to it. Let's see. We can't really get up this hill, so we can put some rope down and then just climb it. Where we get the little lasso thing from, I have no idea. But it's useful. Where's our platforms? There they are. And just like in Minecraft, sand obeys gravity for some reason. I don't know why it's always sand in games like this that do that. So yeah, Terraria may seem like a very simple game at first, but it gets progressively more complex as you play through. And we should hopefully get to that eventually, but definitely not in the first few episodes. Because, well, let's just say that this life meter up here is pathetically small. And there is ways to expand it. Ooh, and you notice how the sky's getting red and everything just seems to be turning red in general? Well, provided this ice slime doesn't kill me. It seems to be mostly ice, but this is crimson. Basically, when you generate a world, there are 2 types of evil it can be. This crimson, which is all blood red, it just generally it looks kind of, well, horrifyingly bloody. And there's also corruption, which is the original one, which is all purple and has giant holes in the ground. I prefer crimson, if only because, well, it's the one I know from when I first played the game, and it's less annoying to traverse. I say this while sliding around on ice, because this generation is pretty bad. I might die again. This can be a bit rough in the early game when you're just running on the surface, like I am. Also, can I just say this game's soundtrack is amazing for what it is. Oh yeah, and this is Crimstone. With this tool, I cannot dig it at all. It will not budge. So we need to make better tools. Yep, it's not like Minecraft where you can punch through a block with enough determination. No matter how long I chop away at Crimstone with a copper pickaxe, it is not budging. Crimson Corruption may seem insignificant right now, but they'll get more significant as the game goes on. That's a long way away. I've never noticed that in the background. Has that always been there? The skull. Interesting. This vulture may kill me. Oh no, I'm just going to juggle it. I'll definitely have to see if I can noise remove the clicks, because otherwise I can imagine those are going to be obnoxious. Thank you, water. This is my last bit of rope, so I'm going to have to start using platforms, which I need to make more of. Platforms are a great pillar. And this vulture seems to be slightly stuck. I am not complaining. Yep, enemies can occasionally drop hearts, which heal you. Pretty standard stuff. I haven't seen anything too amazing on the surface yet. Oh yeah, and if we hold shift, if I'm just pointing out in nothing, I'll pull a torch, which cannot be used underwater. And if I'm pointing at a block, I'll pull out my pickaxe. Like so. Very useful feature. Is there something down there? Something that looks. This block of stone looks suspicious. Because there are secrets buried around the world. And you may have just heard the music. We're now officially in night time. So more threatening monsters will start to spawn. Not these slimes though. These slimes are not threatening. Let's make some more torches so we can see what we're doing. Let's continue to explore. Is there anything here? Besides cobwebs? I'm not sure. There's a bit of ore, let's pick that up. In the early game, ore is always useful. Helps to redirect this water as well. Is this what I think it is? Okay, I didn't expect to find one of these. This is a rare thing. It's called an enchanted sword shrine, and in it we get an enchanted sword. There are 3 things that can spawn there. There's either this, a weapon I've never got, called like the Acrolis or something. I do not know how to pronounce it. And they can also be fake, which is a complete kick in the teeth if you get a fake one. You can tell if you've got a fake one because the shrine is all greyed out. But yeah, that's giving me a significant boost in power level. So beautiful. That's going to make the early game in this playthrough a lot easier. So yeah, this weapon, I can hold the mouse button in and I automatically swing it. And as you see, it also shoots this beam which gives off light. Very, very useful. And an absurdly good thing to find. And this is a dungeon. Tell you what, am I carrying any much money? Nah, I'm not really. Hello, old man. You saw that had a chaos button? That summons a boss. We do not want us to summon him right now. And that up there is a fallen star. I want to get those later on, but right now I'm not too bothered. Let's get rid of this water. Hello, zombie. I'm looking in the books for something in particular, but I'm not sure it's going to spawn. There's something called a water bolt, which is a very nice magic weapon, which is this. And it can sometimes spawn on these bookshelves. But yeah, what's in the chest? A golden key that'll be used further down here. But we won't be going down here properly until later on in the game. And I'm about to show you why, because I'm about to make a suicide run to end the episode. So if I go down here and go far enough, we'll get to these later on. Do you hear that? Do you see that? It's weird. Yep, Dungeon Guardians. If you enter this area before killing the boss from that old man, that guy shows up and one-shots you. So yeah, that's the start of the Terraria world. I'm very amazed with the enchanted sword. I did not expect to find that. Hello, Brandon. Can't actually do anything with the enchanted sword, can you? No, you can't. Yeah, we'll continue probably in the next day, in the next episode. There is one blooper in this where I did something very fucking stupid when starting the recording the first time. So enjoy that, and I'll see you again next time. Start recording. Go Terraria. Back. So, considering I've been playing Terraria since February this year, and a new update just came out, and I just fucked the window size. Beautiful. Well done, me.